everyone, this is Martha Mok here, the community captain for the Year the Girl 40 Plus, also the founder of the Celebrating Woman Expo and the Celebrating Woman Award. Today, I have an award finalist here. She is absolutely amazing. I have been in touch with her a few times, and she is just an inspiration. So, Michelle, thank you for joining me on the platform today. So, tell me a little bit about yourself and which category did you enter?
Hi, Martha. It's wonderful to be chatting with you this morning. I was nominated by some amazing person for the Wellness with Heart category. And so that was amazing in itself, just to get the email from you to say that you've been nominated. And then I just went through the process from memory. I think we had to do a written submission and a video.
Yeah.
And then I received the notification that I had actually been made one of the finalists. So that's really exciting.
It is so good. And she's actually living an hour and a half away and she's still attending our gala night. How cool is that? We're going to have such a fun night that night. And especially, we're not doing it like normal, not like a normal boring gala. I got a comedy show in there. I have singing people in there. And guess what? We're all dressing up in Gatsby theme. So that's what we're going to do. Have a really fun night out for everyone. And Wellness with Heart, I can see why. I saw all your advertising. I saw all your article that you have write. You have been such a big supporter for women. Tell us more about how you help them.
Well, yes, I work primarily with women because that's my lived experience. So, I mean, I'm more than happy to work with men, but unfortunately, I don't think I quite have the experience that they need. Um, I really love to work with women, especially women in that midlife phase, because we're going through so many changes physiologically in that sort of 40, 45 to 50 age bracket. And that does create so much turmoil for us, and sometimes for those who have to live with us. And it's often that time in your life where you are starting to rethink who you are, what you are, where you want to be. It's a time, in my experience with clients, where they're often rethinking their work pathways, their relationship pathways. So it's a very volatile time. So I like to work with women through those emotions from a spiritual perspective. And how I do that is I actually look at their energetic architecture. So when I'm having a consultation with someone, I've already looked at their natal chart, their human design, and their progressed moon, because all of those energies actually are working with you through this time. And they're the energies that you've chosen to come into this life with to support you, not hinder you. So when you understand what those energies are asking of you and what they're telling you around how you should be showing up sort of forward facing to people, it just allows people to understand better, okay, well, that's why that's happening to me. And if I just change the way I do this or how I write this or how I say this, and then you work with those energies rather than pushing against them, it allows you to have more flow.
Hmm. Definitely, I agree with you. I just saw a post yesterday in our group, and women are saying that they are not communicating with their partner well. They forgot who they are in this midlife. All they have is their kids, and if their kids actually leave home, they feel empty, loss of direction, don't know who they are anymore. And it really saddens me because we are so capable. That is the thing that we don't realize enough. We don't celebrate our achievement. We don't celebrate how good we have done. All we see is the lack of us and what else we haven't done. And that's why that we have this Celebrating Women movement, the expo and the award, to actually let women know that they are good enough. It is something to actually recognize and register within ourselves to actually move our mind shift to the next level. Because if not, we're only living like a zombie. And that's not how we should live our life, isn't it?
No, we're here to live this life through joy and excitement. And so many of us get stuck under all of those expectations that the modern world has put on us. And we've also been educated in a way, and a lot of it's because there has never been any education around the whole perimenopause and menopause part of our life, that it's chaotic and it's terrible, and it's actually meant to do the other. It's actually meant to be a physiological and energetic phase that actually embodies you and enlightens you, because it's the phase of life where you're leaving the younger self behind and you're moving into the more mature older self. And if you think about it from the pagan theology, you're leaving the maiden and the woman part of you behind, and you're moving into the wise woman. And we're not taught to celebrate that. And all of those physiological symptoms that you're experiencing are actually, if you look at them from a process of, night sweats actually are allowing you to release what is no longer serving you. And the sleep issues that you could be experiencing are actually there because your body's saying, nighttime may not be the time we want you to rest. If you feel tired at midday, then you need to rest at midday. So there's a lot of recalibration happening, and we're not being taught holistically and from those very ancient type rituals around what it all actually means, because the modern version of it has taken over and it's become clickbait in a lot of places.
I hear you. I hear you. I think that a lot of us are feeling that we're so time poor, we don't have anything and we don't have time to look after ourselves. And that's one of the biggest shift that I want people to actually realize. By looking after you, you become a better person. You can actually give out more. And most importantly, be happier. I see so many unhappy women. That's why they attack others. That's why they leave a nasty comment. And that's why they chase other people or those troll on the social media. Why is that? Because they have nothing in their life and they need something to spike their life up, and they choose the dark path to attack people, to actually not be nice and kind with people, not knowing pain give you something, but happiness give you something else as well. And it will give you a greater benefit when you are a better person, and realizing that you can be that person. It's like that even I haven't received kind of, or my life is hard, it doesn't mean that I need to project negativity. I can also choose to project light.
Well, and it's also, I have a theory, and I've talked about this a lot in various podcasts and things that I've done, that we have a comfort zone.
Yeah.
And if you are in a space where they are the emotions and the feelings that you have to stop and think, why is everything so uncomfortable? Because that is the body's and the emotions' way of saying to you, this is not for you. So if you're upset, if you're crying, if you're angry, if everybody you speak to and everything you do triggers those emotions, that is because you've got internal things that you need to stop and reflect upon, because that is not how life is supposed to be. And that's how you start to move out of all of that space into a lighter space and a more joyful space. But you have to look at why those things are happening for you, and they are happening for you. They're your body's way of saying, this is not normal. Those emotions that sit on that lower vibrationary scale are not normal. We're not meant to be in that space. We're meant to be in those higher vibration emotions, and we're meant to be living life with joy. And if that's not your space, you have to start to think, what am I putting myself through that I need to let go? And sometimes that is a toxic workplace. It's a toxic relationship. It's a toxic friend you may have. It could be anything. And you have to investigate that and deal with it. Otherwise, nothing will change. And in fact, the longer you stay in those situations, the more discomfort you will experience, because the universe is going to keep saying to you, move, move, move. And the noise will get louder and louder and louder. So when you feel like you're buried under the weight of so much expectation, that's because the universe is going, how far down do I have to put all this rubble on top of you before you will say enough and put a boundary in place?
Oh, I love that. I love that. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday and she was crying after our conversation. And I say to her, you know what? We actually teach others how to treat us. So when we put ourselves first, when we put our standards and boundary in place, that's why no one will dare to disrespect you. Okay, I know this may sound bad, like use Donald Trump as a example, that everyone is having a hesitation towards him. Doesn't mean we like him or anything. Everyone is because he has very high self-respect. And just looking on that, that is something that women can learn. If we can have our self-respect, no man will dare to actually treat us the way that a lot of women are experiencing, because they know if they want to be a part of our circle, they need to meet our requirement and expectation and boundary standards. If you can do that, that makes your life a much more valued and beneficial for you.
And here's a classic example, and it's not a great example. I don't think anybody will agree that
Yep,
it's a great example,
exactly.
but it is a very good example of how powerful you are when you have a strong self-value, because he does. He has huge
Yes.
self-value, he has huge self-respect. He considers himself to be better than every other single person in the
Mm.
room. And he has an ego that allows him to carry that. Now, I'm not agreeing with any of his politics or his
Yep.
manner and the way he works, but
Mm.
if you look at it purely from his own self-respect,
Yes.
nobody gets in his road, because he is so empowered that
Yeah.
he doesn't need anybody's validation. And that is kind of where you want to be, but you want to be a nicer version of that, not the Trump version.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And it's easy to do. Like, if you're listening to this now and this is resonating with you, and you're thinking that I am that woman, I'm drowning under everything. Just think, what's one thing that you don't enjoy, and say enough. And it just has to be one small thing, because just putting that one boundary in place, and it might be something as silly as, I'm not doing one more load of washing for my teenage child, or I'm not going to pack that dishwasher. I have 5 people in the house.
Yeah.
Just put that one boundary in place, and that empowers you.
Mm.
And people only know what they know. People don't know you're drowning if you don't say so. If you've got a house full of people that aren't giving you time and space, you need to ask for that and speak your
Yeah.
truth. And they'll probably go, well, why didn't you say that? Which is
Yes.
usually the response you get. Well, you didn't say you
Exactly.
wanted me to do that. You need to tell me. Women are really bad for that.
Yeah.
And just start putting those little boundaries in place, and taking and rest. Rest is not a luxury. Rest
Yeah.
is a necessity, and you have
Yeah.
got to take a moment. I don't care how busy you say you are. If you find that that busyness involves sitting on Facebook 20 times a day, that's time you
Yeah.
could be having a cup of tea and just sitting in the garden.
Yeah.
So, you've got to get very realistic about your situation, and then put strategies in place that allow you to start to come out of all of that mess.
Definitely. So everyone, you will be able to find Michelle's contact at the Business Center at the Celebrating Women Expo on Castle Hill RSL Club at uh, no 1st of November from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So go and look for her detail. She probably will be walking around in the expo as well. If you see her, go and grab a selfie and hashtag CWE, so we know that you are part of our Celebrating Women movement. Michelle, thank you so much for your time today. It's so wonderful talking to you. And even that, like, how much I trust her. I was actually using crazy example that a lot of people will just like roll their eyes up. But I know her. She is kind. She know what she's doing. And that's why I love having her in our community and for her sharing as well. So, Michelle, thank you once again for being with us. We look forward to seeing you on November the 1st. And if you want to witness the Celebrating Women Award, we still have about 20 gala tickets left. So come and actually join us, get your gala ticket, dress up, have a fun night with us. I believe that the drinks package includes all the alcohol that they serve over there, and it's free for all. And we are staying in a hotel too, so you can drink, okay? Don't drink and drive. That's very important.
No.
Thank you so much, Michelle, once again.
Thanks, Martha. Thank you.
Thank you for everyone for catching up with us. Come and actually join us next time when you actually see this video. Go like, share, and let people know about this Celebrating Women movement. Thank you once again. Talk to you guys soon.